Hello all, welcome to MITS video online lecture series. I'm Dr. Parvathi, Assistant Professor, Department of English and Foreign Languages, Malepati Institute of Technology and Science. In this video lecture, we will be going to discuss the most important and significant topic, tenses, titled Time Travel Through the Tenses, Understanding Past, Present, Future, Time Structure. Language is the dress of thought, and tenses are its threads, weaving the past, present, and future into coherent expression. By Samuel Johnson. I repeat the quote. Language is the dress of thought, and tenses are its threads, weaving the past, present, and future into coherent expression. By Samuel Johnson. This quote beautifully illustrates the essence of how language functions and the critical role tenses play within it. We all know that language serves as the medium through which we express. Language is the dress of thought, and tenses are its threads, weaving the past, present, and future into coherent expression. By Samuel Johnson. I repeat, language is the dress of thought, and tenses are its threads, weaving the past, present, and future into coherent expression. By Samuel Johnson. This quote beautifully illustrates the essence of how language functions and the critical role tenses play within it. We all know language serves as the medium through which we express our thoughts and ideas. Just as clothing dresses the body, language dresses our thoughts, making them visible and understandable to others. In this metaphor, tenses are compared to the threads that make up the fabric of language. Threads are integral to the structure and integrity of a garment, just as tenses are fundamental to the structure of our communication. Johnson's quote emphasizes that without tenses, our language would lack the ability to convey when things happen, rendering our expressions disjointed and confusing. Thus, tenses are the threads that bind our sentences into meaningful narratives, enabling us to share our experiences and ideas comprehensively. Yes, it is very clear how important and significant tenses are for language proficiency. Understanding and applying tenses are crucial for language proficiency. In our topic, let's move on to our topic, time travel through tenses. Even in educational sphere, the apt understanding and application of tenses are fundamental to language proficiency. It is well known to everyone. These tenses form the structural backbone of language, that marking the temporal aspects of actions and events. And these tenses, a thorough grasp of tenses empowers students to construct grammatically sound sentences and articulate their thoughts with precision. More interestingly, we can say it is clear that mastery of tenses enables the construction of grammatically correct sentences and clear articulation of thoughts. Absolutely. These tenses play a very important role in writing part. Our proficiency in tenses enables students to convey their ideas with clarity and coherence. The accurate use of past, present, and future tenses ensures that the intended meaning is conveyed accurately, fostering effective communication in both written and spoken forms. Absolutely, it is the time to discuss the tenses in detail, but in a simpler way. And still, most important significant and important significance of tenses we can discuss, and they play very vital role in shaping written expressions and written communication. Students proficient in utilizing tenses can produce well structured essays, reports, and creative pieces. Their ability to vary tenses adds depth and sophistication to their writing. Even a little advancedly in the realm of literature too, tenses contribute significantly to the stylistic and narrative elements of writing. Students equipped with with a nuanced understanding of tenses can craft engaging narratives, vivid descriptions, and compelling storytelling. Let us move through the topic time travel through time tenses, understanding past, present, and future time structure. Right. Let's move on to the three most important tenses: present, past, and future tense. Past talks about the activities and actions, events and actions before now. The present tense talks about the actions and events now, and future, it talks about the actions and events after now. It is known to everyone how to use these three tenses and its other forms. 12 forms we have in each tense, we have four forms and 12 forms. And these 12 forms work as the 12 important uh, 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 pillars to the language construction. And so let's move on to these 12 forms from each tense. Now, present tense has simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. These are the four forms we have in each tense, in present tense, past, and future tenses. So let's move on to each form in detail to discuss in detail the structure, how the structure of these 12 forms have been contributing for the language construction. Right. Present simple. We know it is used to denote the scientific facts, universal truths, states of being, and we call them as the work done routinely. We call it as habitual things, habitual actions. So we can say simple present tense form is used to denote the scientific facts, universal truths, and the habitual actions. And here we find four uh, types of sentence structures we have in language construction, and like assertive, negative, interrogative, interrogative, negative, assertive. So, like this, let us move on. Let's discuss assertive sentences. And here we have the structure subject plus V1 plus yes, or es plus object. And how do we form the structure here? I mean, construction, structure of the sentence. We use all the pa- parts of the speech, the performs of or the parts of speech, like subject, verb, noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, pronoun, adverbs, and other forms of parts of speech, or eight parts of speech we use. And here subject, what do you mean by subject here? Students may Some of the students, particularly in a southern part of Andhra Pradesh, they are not aware of subject. What do you mean by subject here? Subject contains the nouns and pronouns, and we use nouns and pronouns. And nouns and pronouns or the subject happens in two ways, that is singular and plural subject. If subject is singular, There is no verb form in English language. We need to. So all the root verbs stay in plural form, and these are suitable for the plural noun or plural subject only. Then what about the singular subject? Then we need to find a singular verb, right? So to make sure singular verb, we needed to add yes to the root verb V1. We have verbs V1, V2, V3, V4. And verbs happen in V1, V2, V3 forms. And V1 is present form, V2 past form, V3 perfect form of the verb, and V4 gerund form. This is a ing form where we add ing to V1, right? So when subject is plural, all the root verbs can be written in the structure, and that will be perfect. That will be balanced sentence. But what about the singular subject? When we get any singular subject, we need to make sure the verb into singular by adding yes or es. When we add, some verbs are there where we need to add es. Example: go is the verb V1. We If we want to use this for singular subject, we need to make sure go into goes. There we cannot add yes, gos. There is no such verb in English, so that's why we needed to add some es. And like do, does, still more, many more words are there like that where we needed to use es to V1 to make sure the verb into singular. Plus object. This is the simple structure of the present simple form. And if we look into the examples of habitual things, generally, what is your routine in any of us? We do follow some routines, daily routines. Routines can be daily, monthly, like weekly, monthly, bi-monthly, yearly, and biannually also. And all these are considered as the routines, and these we call it as habitual actions. And habitual actions and can be expressed in present simple tense. You can use any of the example to talk about habitual actions. And we have many universal facts and universal truths too, like the earth revolves around the sun and the stars shine in the night. And states of being can be done like taking many examples, like the oil floats on the water, the sky is blue. Likewise, we have many more infinite examples can be taken. And even for habitual actions or the routines, you can talk about anything. Let's take one example throughout our discussion, uh, throughout all these 12 forms. Since starting from present simple to past, future perfect continuous tense, throughout these 12 forms, we can use one. Let us take one simple example, like he plays the piano. And this is we can say that this is a routine activity. We can say this is his habitual action. He plays the piano. He here the subject is singular, and we wrote we write a play, the verb play, root verb play as the plural, but we needed to make sure this verb into singular, right? Because the subject here is in the form of pronoun. He is a singular, and we need to make sure the verb also into singular. So that's why we added yes to play plus yes. So look at the structure: subject. What is the subject here? He. Plus V1. What is the V1 here? Play. Plus yes. We added yes. Then the sentence is balanced. The structure is balanced. He, subject, plays V1 plus yes. And the piano is an object here in the sentence. If we take this same example into other sentences too, like negative sentence, when we want to talk about the uh, negative action, the structure will be with the with a negative word, like by adding not, does not. Because the subject is singular, we use does. If the subject is plural, we use do, right? So that's why we needed to use subject plus does not plus B1 plus yes plus object. So what is the negative sentence we get here? He does not play the piano. He does not play the piano. Right. When we move to the interrogative sentence, this is an interrogative. Okay. Question form. Okay. Right here, we needed to use the question form does, because subject is singular. If it is plural, we do use do. Do they? Do we? Like that. But it is here the subject we have taken is singular. As it is singular, we need to use the question form do in singular. Does he play the piano? Does he play the piano? This is the an interrogative form. And when we want to go to interrogative negative form, interrogative negative sentence, does he not play the piano? Does he not play the piano? This is a question, negative interrogative question. Does he play the piano? Interrogative. Does he not play the piano? Interrogative, negative. Like that, we have four types of sentences in each. Four types of sentences in each form we can learn like this by balancing the structure with the subject verb agreement, you can say. We can say students mostly they do mistakes here in present simple itself without knowing this structure. They don't focus mostly on the subject verb agreement. Like if the subject is singular, they don't make this verb also into singular. They do use plural verb like he do, she do, right? He go, she go, like that. They use. This is a mistake generally happen. This is a very fundamental structure we needed to mind. We needed to focus to make sure our language or to make sure our communication exactly right. So when we move on to the next form, continuous, present continuous form. And this present continuous, this it is the work which is in progress. It talks about the progress, the works which are in um, actions that are happening right now, or temporary actions can be expressed in present continuous form. And this is used to, so we can say frankly, or we can say obviously, it is used to express an action taking place at the time of speaking. At the time of speaking, at the time, the works that are going on at the time of discussion, at the time of speaking, the works that are ongoing works at the time of discussion, at the time of speaking. Right. So let us take the same example here too in this present continuous form, which we have discussed in simple, right? Like assertive. What is assertive form or assertive sentence in present continuous tense? He is playing the piano. And here we use some adverbials to talk about the action, adverbials. He is playing the piano. So look at the structure. Subject plus, we have written subject plus is, am, or plus V1 plus ing plus object. What is subject here? Anyway, we have taken already the singular pronoun in the previous example too. So let us take the same example here. Subject plus, as it is a singular, we are going to, we needed to use is rather than or, because or is supposed to be used to the plural. That is a very basic information that is known to everyone here. So he is playing. Here in the meanwhile, we find am, whereas am is used to I, the first person I only. Only for first person I we use am in present continuous form. Okay, anything else we don't use this am. Okay, right. So subject plus is, as he is a singular. We are using is. He is playing the piano right now. What is this right now in the braces that is given? That is an adverbial. Even students don't know what adverbial is. It is in the exams also, in any exam, and this question in the tenses will be given like that. He dash play the piano right now. He dash play within braces the piano right now, or now, at present, right now, now. All these are the adverbials that talk about the action that is going on right now, that is ongoing action. So then we need to consider the subject. If it is a singular, we need to use is. If it is plural, we need to use are. Plus here we need to use the v4 ing form because it is a continuous, right? V1 plus ing. This is a this we have mentioned in the earlier in the earlier form, also in the earlier example. It is called gerund form, right? V4, we use V4 plus object, right? So object here is the piano as usual. We have taken since the beginning example. He is playing the piano right now, or he is playing the piano at present. He is reading. He is studying for her. She is studying for her exams, or they are playing cricket in the ground. And you can use she is reading a book right now, and she is taking her breakfast. We can use like this. So the things, the works that are going on um, right now, the works that are in progress at the time of discussion, at the time of uh, talking, or at the time of discussion. Okay, when we take a negative sentence for this present continuous form, it can be added with the negative form not, right? Subject plus is plus not plus before plus object. So what is the sentence we do get here? He is not playing the piano right now. He is not playing the piano at present. He is not writing the exam right now. He is not doing anything else right now. He is not talking. He is not um, writing exam, or he is not taking breakfast. She is not dancing. Okay, right? We do write negative sentence like this. Then we have interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence. And it's a question form where we do use here, right? The question form, or what we call it as. Yeah, the question form we do frame. Is he playing the piano? Is he playing? Because he is a singular, we do use is. Is he playing the piano? Or if it is a plural, we do use are they playing the piano, or they playing cricket? We do use like that. When we talk about interrogative negative sentence, uh, here we do use not into the interrogative form, and we get is he not playing the piano? Is he not playing the piano? Or they not playing chess right now? We get interrogative negative sentence. Okay. Yes, let's move on to the next form, present perfect form. And it is used to show an action that started in the past and has just finished. Just finished, has just finished. And here we use some interesting adverbial. Just now, adverbial in the sentence. And just now, like if, even in the exams also, students get in a question at the end of the adverbial, we get just now. So it is an indication. It shows that the tense or the structure should be in present perfect tense form. Okay. So what we need to do, assertive. Let us move on to the assertive form. Subject plus, has plus, have plus, be3 plus object. Subject, as usually we have been discussing since the beginning, like he is a singular, so we need to use has. If it is plural, if subject is plural, we need to use have. He has played, v3. Again, here we need to use perfect form of the verb, v3. And in the present simple, we used v1. In present continuous, we used v4, and here we are using v3. So in assertive form, we Have subject plus have, has, or have based on the singular and the plural. And here example is singular with a singular, so he has played the piano just now. Just now is an adverbial. That is an indication. We can come to know, we come to know, we come to know that it is the action, it is the activity that just completed. Many more examples can be written. The train has arrived the platform just now. We can use the squad has entered into the hall, examination hall just now. The students have finished their exam just now, right? The teacher has arrived into the class just now, just now, like that. This is an adverbial we generally use to indicate the action completed, just action completed. Okay. And when we talk about the negative form of the present perfect form of the negative sentence of the present perfect form, we use the same sentence by adding not. He has not played the piano just now. He has not played. And when we move on to the negative interrogative, so negative interrogative form, and here as it is a singular, we have to use has. Has he played the piano? Has he played the piano just now? No. It comes to interrogative negative answer. That is in the form of answer. Interrogative negative sentence again. uh, Has he not played the piano? Has he not played the piano? We ask the question like this. Has he not played the piano right now? Okay. Then 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 this is the present perfect form. Let's move on to the next present perfect continuous form. And this tense form shows the actions which started in the past and are still continuing to the present. The actions or the works that started in the past, at some time in the past, and have been continuing even to or continuing to the present, are still continuing to the present. Okay. And here we use been, that is a B form, been plus before. So look at the structure, assertive structure, subject plus has or have based on the singular and plural form of the subject, plus been plus before plus object. Let's take the same example here. Let's write the same example here. He has been playing the piano for half an hour. And here we use two interesting prepositions to indicate the time of the action or the work that has been continuing since past to the present. Okay. So in this example, we are talking about for the time reference as for half an hour. For is used for a period of time. For the preposition we use for to indicate a period of time, and since is used to indicate the point of time, right? So students do mistake here also, and they don't focus on either the action is continuing for a period of time or from the point of time. They don't focus on that. Even in the exam also, they do mistake. Instead of writing since 2 o'clock, since if it is the question is given like he has been playing the piano since he has been playing the piano dash half an hour dash 2 o'clock. If they give the question like this, and they do write for 2 o'clock or from 2 o'clock, but it's not right. No, though it is a continuous activity for a period of time, so we need to use for a period of time. And since, if the question is given like dash 2 o'clock, we need to use since 2 o'clock, because it is a indication, or it indicates the point of time, exact time. So that's why since is used, since is used to talk about point of or exact time, right? He has been playing the piano for half an hour. It has been raining for 2 hours, right? We do use that. She has been writing an exam for an hour, and we have been discussing tenses for tenses since 2:30, right? Like that it goes. When we move on to the negative sentence in the present perfect form, how it the structure happens. Look at that. Subject as assertive sentence, the subject same structure we do follow here by adding the negative word not indicates the negativeness, right? He has not been playing the piano for half an hour or for 10 minutes, or he has not been playing the piano for 6 months or for a month. We do for a week, we can, right? And when we move on to the interrogative sentences, question form, again we need to question, has he been playing the piano for half an hour? Question, has he been playing, has he been copying for 10 minutes, has he been copying the um, uh, slip or copying in the exam for 10 minutes? It happens like that, right? So interrogative negative sentence, again we need to add only the negative form, negative word not. Has he not been playing the piano, has he not been copying the slip for 10 minutes, for 2 minutes, for a minute, right? Has he not been playing the piano for half an hour, right? Yes, this is what we needed to focus on, the tense forms, particularly in present tense, and where to use which form is used to indicate the action, right action, according to the action, according to the time reference, according to the context. We need to use these tense forms starting from present simple to present perfect, continuous form, following the structure, following the subject verb agreement. If we do follow like that, um, it is very important to be followed by everyone like this, right?